What I did last year coming through the fields, we actually worked together at times like this where everyone was so far ahead of us, we'd start pushing each other down the straightaway trying to make up time, because it does get a bit spread out with this package where cars that are single file get so far out from cars that are side by side.
It honestly looked like Kyle had a run right there. He could have went to the inside, but stayed behind, maybe to push him up. What you'd like to do is push him up kind of close and then get by him at the very last second, being just a little bit selfish.
Talk about Zilich on the move. He's up to second. So is his Chevy teammate Kyle Larson, 17 now in the top 10.
Yeah, I've been watching Larson's lap times, and he's been the quickest car on the racetrack. But the one thing about this track with this package is that, clean air is keen, but when you start to get that little bit of a draft, like you see him getting off Carson Cuomo right in front of him there, you can actually generate a faster lap time even though you're not in clean air, because you're getting that draft effect like you would see at a Daytona or a Talladega.
Not surprised he's moving forward 10th right now, Dylan.
Yeah, and to be honest, the team wasn't really surprised that they qualified as far back as they did. Certainly wish they could have started far forward, but I think they had some things built into the race car to just have it race better in race trim, and it's certainly done that. Spoke with Adam Wall, the crew chief, earlier. He said, to be able to pass here, we've got to just be able to out-wrap everybody else. So you need turn in the center of the corner, but you also need rear security. So with all of Kyle's experience here, I think they've been able to find that window, at least to his liking here early on, and he's been able to put some good laps together, and now is inside the top 10.
And so what Dylan means by having more wrap is that's like a reference of wrapping the bottom, and it's not necessarily being able to be lower in the middle of the corner, but it's lower on around the corner. And when we watched Zilich get by Sheldon Creed earlier, he was just able to stay like a headlight lower, just a little bit later around the corner. It generates the grip, you can side draft in, and then you're in the preferred position when you get down to the next corner.
And it's weird because in qualifying we talk about how using all the racetrack, this pump like you hear motorcycle guys get, but he's pretty comfortable in this car when I see him do that.
4 laps to go on the stage, less than 4 as they come off turn 2.
Oh, this will be a run right here. Yeah. But you can get lower than someone in 2.
Oh yeah, and the 19 knew it. Yeah. He's looking in his mirror, I guarantee as soon as he had to check up. And he's made him mad earlier in the race, so probably not going to race him real hard right now knowing what happened earlier. And the stage.
Deposits and withdrawals.
That's right. Yep. It's you right now. We'll talk about it later.
That plus we're so late in the stage, they're probably not going to catch Sam Mayer, take the extra position, get those extra stage points.
You talk stage points, and there's a lot on the line up there in the top 10. Allgaier comes in regular season leader. Sheldon Creed could use some. Same for Taylor Gray and Carson Cuomo. All those guys trying to pick up some stage points here. Let's go to 88 radio. Zilich is fourth.
Dude, I am plowing, and it just got worse and worse and worse. Yeah, just take care of it till we stop here. We'll make a big swing at it.
So, 2 things right there. The track has obviously had some practice on it from the Cup cars, but it did rain yesterday, and this track is really hard on tires until it gets rubbered in. I gotta wonder if he was already a tight balance and maybe has used up a little too much of his right front. You heard his crew chief Hardy come on and say, just take care of it. We'll take a big swing at it right here, see what we have for this next stage.
Going to be 2 to go. Stage 1, Mayer out front, Dylan.
Yeah, and it's all gone according to plan right now for the 41 car. Told you pre-race that he was studying in the hauler between qualifying and the race, just the tendencies and things he needed to do as the leader of this race. And one of those was work with his teammate who started behind him on the restarts to get him shoved out in front of this field. They've done that. He's led every lap today. The car is starting to migrate a little bit towards the tight side, though. Don't know if that's concerning when you're out front all by yourself in clean air. Should be able to hang on for the stage win, but the gap between he and second place has definitely shrunk in these last couple laps.
And that was Sam Mayer. He holds his starting position for the other guy that started on the front row. Nick Sanchez, a different story. He has plummeted down the pylon, currently in the 11th position, going to miss out on stage points as it is. They were happy with their car yesterday. In fact, said they had to free the little bit up compared to other teams. Well, it's gone way tight today. Tight up the corner. 2 and 4 are the biggest issues. He said 1 and 3 pretty good, though.
Pit road is going to be busy.
Yeah.
And the crew's with a lot of adjustments when we wrap the stage and get pit stops.
And this place is just so difficult for these teams. I've talked about last year where a lot of us came with super speedway, almost S cars, and realized that was a massive mistake, piled downforce back on them. And because of this want to be so fast down the straightaway, but then need that grip in the corners, there's so many trade-offs you make. and you can really punish the car. The
Clear, all clear.
And that lap by Justin Allgaier was almost a second quicker than what our leader Sam Mayer ran. He's going to get a little bit of a draft here. It'd be interesting to see if he can time this out into turn 3. He was only 4 tenths behind him at the line.
The other
See
thing
how close this is.
The other thing I would say is this is a great time to learn for not only the end of stage 2,
absolutely,
but
for
the end of the race. Right here it is. Mayer's led every lap so far. Final lap, stage 1.
Yeah, Mayer did a good job right there of blocking.
Come on,
the inside.
Gator.
Late in the race, maybe Allgaier
Yeah, I'll
takes
get him
that
here,
chance on the
though.
outside. But
Four
right
right
here, he's
here.
going to be able to try to time out this run.
This is
as
where
they
it's
go
gonna happen.
down.
If he gets the right
He had to
here,
check up just a little bit. It also depends. Does he get a little bit of a push from the car behind him to help push him through right here?
Good finish, opening stage. Mayer leads it wire to wire. 3rd stage win of the year. Allgaier 2nd. Almirola, who was 2nd in both stages last week at Dover, ends up 3rd. Brandon Jones good at Indy's 4th. Zilich falls to 5th. Other drivers getting points: Creed, Love, Larson, Gray, and Quapple. 30 laps in at Indianapolis for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And so far, it's number 41, the Sam Mayer Show.